Like if you twist wrong, you'll slice the ball like you're doing it with. It's very real. So I meet my friends in the virtual golf world, and we play virtual golf. And just today, I'm very proud. I played in a big tournament, and I got third place. How about that? 6 under par. The winner got 8 under par. So I'm getting better. But anyway, the point of the matter is to say that I think metaverse stuff is going to blend with AI and everything else that's happening, it is going to be a kind of an explosion. And so I would argue that it behooves you to pay attention to these technologies and not just one thing you don't want to do is be anti stuff like that. Like you don't want to say, oh, I don't mess with that, or oh, I don't want to touch that, or oh, I hate AI. AI, it don't matter if you hate AI or not. AI is here. You can hate on AI if you want, but if you hate on something that with that much power, you'll just be sitting outside like a little hater, and you won't be able to be successful in this new economy. AI is changing everything, but then the metaverse stuff will kind of blend with that, and then you're going to kind of have this mishmash of a world that where in 20 years, but none of us knows what the world is going to look like. This is why betting on individual companies to dominate this new world is not the best strategy. The best strategy is to have a diversified approach, shotgun approach, and you invest in industries, not individual stocks. Industries, not individual, because 20 years ago, nobody 20 years ago could predict with any sort of accuracy which companies would be dominant today. If you go back, I think I made a list. Let me hold on. Let me see. um, if you looked up the biggest companies in America in the year 2000 by market cap, here's the list that you would get. Now, let's do this test. I want you to tell me if these companies are still the biggest around. Now, one of them was predictable, Microsoft, right? That's pretty good. Microsoft was big balling. General Electric, Cisco Systems, Intel. Intel's getting its ass kicked by Nvidia. They're struggling. ExxonMobil, okay, they're still popping. Pfizer, they're still doing good, especially the pandemic. That pandemic thing was a big money grab for a lot of people. Citigroup, they're still around. Walmart, which has gotten bigger. AOL, anybody remember? You've got mail. And IBM. Those are the 10 biggest companies in the world. Now, if you were to go to let's go back a little further. Let's look at 1990. What were the biggest companies by market cap in 1990? I want to kind of give you a sense of how the world changes. So in 1990, number one was IBM, biggest company on the planet. So IBM back then was what Apple is today. Exxon, General Electric, AT&T, Philip Morris. They're selling lots of cigarettes. Royal Dutch Shell, Mobil. I guess so. I guess gasoline and cigarettes were big. Coca-Cola, Merck, and Chevron. Okay. Now, if we were to go to, let's do 2023. That way we can make sure that we get it's kind of recent data, not this year. Okay, Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, Amazon, Nvidia, Tesla, Berkshire Hathaway, Meta, Exxon, and United Health Group. The only company I recognize that's in the top 10 now that was in the top 10 back then are Microsoft and Exxon Mobil. Those are the only two that kind of seem to survive. A lot of the others, Apple was much smaller back then. Alphabet didn't exist 20, 25 years ago. They barely existed. Amazon barely existed 20, 25 years ago. Nvidia barely existed 20, 25 years ago. Tesla, I don't think they existed at all. Berkshire Hathaway has grown by leaps and bounds. Warren Buffett has made a lot of money. Meta didn't exist 25 years ago. So the world's constantly changing. So one of the worst things that you can do for yourself is to try to predict the future with too much confidence. Anybody who talks about the economic future of this society with complete confidence, like I know exactly what's going to happen, is typically going to be wrong. But you can talk about all the things that could happen, right?